Hey, everybody. Welcome back to this session of Covestic CMDB ITOM chat. As always, I'm Scott Trumbull, a director of our IT workflows practice, sometimes called ITX. And we're coming back to you today with some more talk about the value we get with a mature CMDB. So we've been talking about in the past weeks and in upcoming sessions, we've been talking about, the top 5 values with vulnerability response or with incident management or those type of things. And today, we're going to keep moving forward, or in this session, I think we have a couple of them today, but in this session, we're going to have Alan Saunders, one of the folks on my team, been working with ServiceNow and with a bunch of our customers for years, and wanted to take a few minutes and talk about what are those top 5, I believe you had 5, benefits of having a mature CMDB to our change management process, right? So we've talked about our mature CMDB and what a mature CMDB and how to measure our CMDB health, but now we're really focused on, what do we get out of doing that? What's the value of doing that? And particularly the change management process is huge. It's something a lot of people have been done, and a lot of people, even though they're in ServiceNow, aren't really tying those things together, tying that CMDB into your change, picking your change, deciding what CIs are doing, how it affects our business service, all of those things. So Alan's going to come on here and talk to us a little bit and tell us about, there's lots of benefits we get, but in his experience, what are the top 5? What are the big hitters we get? So Alan, welcome aboard. Welcome to this session. I'll let you jump on here and get talking. And I think you had some stuff to show us.
Yes, thank you for that great intro, Scott. Appreciate it. We'll get the PowerPoint up here. And let's dig right into these top 5 benefits that you get of having a mature CMDB for change management. So one of the first ones here is going to be the ability to assess potential impacts of changes and also accurately and efficiently. So a mature CMDB is going to maintain a comprehensive and up-to-date record of all of the CIs within an organization's IT infrastructure. So with this, it's going to be very easy to identify and understand dependencies and relationships between all of these different components. And this is going to also then assist in reducing the risk of unintended consequences and minimizing service disruptions, which is always a big issue in very large IT companies that don't really have good insight into all of their different CIs and how they interact. So secondly, a mature CMDB is going to help optimize with change planning and scheduling. This is going to give your change management teams a full view into the heart of their IT infrastructure. It's going to help the teams have an inside look at all these different CIs, how they're related, and then any potential conflicts. And then that's going to help you streamline that planning and scheduling area. In the end, you're going to be able to optimize resource allocations, reduce the downtime, and then also improve your overall efficiency of your change management process as a whole. A mature CMDB can also help for better change tracking and auditing. This is more of a mature change management process, but your CMDB can provide that complete history of all changes that are made to any CI in the organization, and it's going to help those teams be able to track and audit those changes throughout the entire life cycle. Improvements are also going to be made from planning and approval to even the implementation and post-implementation reviews. This is going to help maintain accountability, meet your compliance requirements, and also give you the ability to troubleshoot or roll back these changes if necessary. And all of these are great tangible benefits of that process. One of the underrated benefits of a mature CMDB is going to be detecting unplanned and unauthorized changes, and then the ability to address those. By having a complete look into the actual current state of an IT infrastructure, you're going to be able to compare these against the CMDB records and see what has changed over time, when, and by who. This is going to make it much easier to identify these unplanned or unauthorized changes that have occurred. And then this will also help your organization's ability to maintain a integrity and stability of the entire IT infrastructure and environment throughout the company.
So if you don't mind me adding in here, Alan, so I think one of the really cool features when you've combined this, when you're doing the change management and you're using the ServiceNow discovery, is the system automatically identifying those unplanned changes and creating a record for it, creating that this change happened and sending it up for the team to review, to approve it, see why it happened, to reach out. But that automation of unplanned changes, and I think that's a really cool thing. We might have to do a future session just on that unplanned change detection feature. So I'm sorry I got excited about that, interrupted you, but talking about how that's built into the platform is awesome.
Yeah, and like you said, just that automation of it being laid out in front of you, it takes out the the digging and all that you would have to do to try to find out where and when. It's all at your fingertips right there. So it reduces that downtime of unknown and allows you to act immediately on it. So yeah, great point, Scott. And last but not least, for the top 5 benefits, we have a mature CMDB can enable continuous service improvement. This is probably the most important bullet out of all of these benefits, because you can always strive to improve, and even a mature CMDB lays the perfect foundation for getting that party started. You're going to be able to analyze performance and impact of past changes. You can, it's going to lead to being able to identify different trends in the data, recurring issues, and obviously your areas of improvement. The key to improvement is being able to make these data-driven decisions. And with a mature CMDB, you're never going to have a lack of data. It's all going to be there, like I said, at your fingertips, just waiting for you to do something with it. And it's the perfect foundation for that.
That's fantastic. And I think one of the things that each and every one of these lead up to is, and this is where the rubber hits the road, or can be real measurable reduction in cost and real cost saving things. If I'm reducing, all of these lead up to reduction of incident caused by change. When I reduce the conflict because I have better scheduling, when I can see what's already happened on that device because I can see what's happened into it in the past. I can see if it's going through a lot of change. When I have a definite conflict scheduler and I can tie it to blackouts and outages and times. So all these things you mentioned all lead up to providing the organization with lessening the effect of change by reducing incidents, by better scheduling it so it doesn't affect people. All of these are parts that run up to real cost savings, where we start recouping that effort that we put into making sure we had a healthy and mature CMDB. So that's fantastic. I appreciate you coming on and kind of sharing some of your life experiences, your ServiceNow life experiences with us, Alan. And I'm really grateful that you're a member of our team. So today we talked about the benefits of a mature CMDB to change. If you haven't seen it yet, we've talked about with incident and with problem and with request and with event management. That was a really interesting one. And we'll be kind of wrapping this up. We have coming up session, Dondi and Kate coming on board to kind of talk about we as a company with Covestic, when we're engaged with a customer, how do we help them go about road mapping this process? How do we recommend people do those roadmaps and their plans for change? So if you haven't seen that yet, it's probably down below somewhere, and check out our sessions up above. Thanks again, Alan, and everybody come on back. We'll see you for our future sessions at the same ITOM time, same ITOM channel.